What's going on? Welcome in. FACCIS Cinema, another interactive watch-along series. Did the first one to the almighty classic Friday the 13th franchise. For this round, took a little trip to Texas. It is hot as a motherfucker. Probably not because it's cold everywhere. But I wanted to show a little love to a franchise that doesn't get that much love. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And as you've seen by the intro, all of those amazing guests are going to be joining me along this road trip. And tonight, kicking it off with the original classic from 1974, we have Garrett from Born2BeRad and Jason Nike from Backtrack Cinema, but I know he said his webcam went out, so he will be back as soon as he can. But Garrett, what is going on, my brother?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me. I like head cheese.
He's go. There he is. Right there he is. Jason, there he is. What's up, buddy?
Hey, everyone. Sorry, my webcam keeps dropping out at the beginning of streams. I don't know why.
It happens.
Weird.
It happens. Got to be better than my last stream. Me and Nick, my Wi-Fi was terrible. It was pretty much just him half the stream, and then I just randomly pop on for a minute or two now and then. But I moved the router, moved it down here with me. I'm more important than the kids upstairs, so too bad for them. That's just the way it goes.
Awesome.
But we are going to be diving into another interactive watch-along series, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let me pull up. Same thing as a Friday the 13th. Each movie is going to get points based on certain categories, and then after it's all over, we'll do the ultimate ranking of what is decided. And pretty much almost the same thing. We have kills, 5 points, which, I mean, there's not a ton of kills in these movies, but there's still going to be some, obviously. Signature kill, 10 points. Obviously, that is when Leatherface does his business with a chainsaw, obviously. Ass shots, since this movie, for the most part, always has that signature lower body of a very beautiful woman. My bad. So 50 points for that. I don't really know if there's that much sex in these movies, to be honest. I'm not the biggest Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy, so I don't really know. But deranged family members, 5 points each, because these motherfucking movies have a shit ton of crazy family members. Roadkill and rotten food, because once again, these movies are gross. So 5 points each for each of those. And then final girl ranking, 5 points being the worst, 10 and 15. And then our Leatherface, obviously, as well, same deal. 5, the worst, 10 and 15 points. So I don't really look for these scores to be as high. Jason left. He said, "Fuck you. This is dumb."
He's like, I'm not doing these point systems. What are you, out of your mind?
I don't really see these ones getting that high because, like I said,
do you have a little chart over there?
I got a fucking pen and paper here writing them down.
All right, I'll do my best to remember all the different categories.
Let me see. What the? Jason is not there. But before he comes back, before we start the flick, we'll say hello to the lovely, lovely people in the chat. We have, there's too many. Got to scroll way back up to the top. We got Lamontra, what's up? Camp Flashback, Boogman. We got Rosie. How are you doing, my darling? Hope you're having a great day. We got Blu-ray Addict, Adrian James. What's up? Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Zodiac Z, what's going on? Holland Oates, what's up? We're getting ready to fucking go to Texas, motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
I've never been there, but I probably will never get there. But I mean, I heard it's nice. It's cold there. How cold is it where you are right now? Is it cold?
Yeah, man, it's starting to get cold. It was weird because like at the beginning of the week, it was like 55 and it was like crazy, like warm. And then all of a sudden it snowed last night and then today, and now it's like dropped down to like, I think it's like 15 right now. And then tomorrow I think it's going to be 11 degrees. And then the weekend's going to be like 8, I think. So it's getting pretty cold over here.
Okay. I was going to say right here, it's 9 degrees, real feel of like -7. So
I was in the hook room. I was in the hook room.
There he is. You got hung up. He got hung up. Good, Brett. What's up, Brett? You'll be on for one of these bad boys. Brooke, how are you? All right. All right. Obviously, hopefully you guys are paused at exactly 0 seconds for this classic flick. Let me I'm gonna push the wrong fucking button. I do it every time. But we're gonna get this thing rolling, get these points totaled, and having a good time. So we'll be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, we're already in, huh? Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
this
one
movie
just
starts
jumped
right
in.
away.
I know. I thought I missed something the first when I started it. Good old Toby Hooper. There he is, my man. Ooh. When I first saw this, I mean, they make it seem like it's an actual real thing. So I kind of thought, not knowing any better, I thought this all really was a true story. I mean, obviously Ed Gein is a big part of it, but
Sure. No, yeah, for sure. I mean, this was shown to me when I was like real young, like a little kid. This is one of the first horror movies I ever saw, but it was like I only saw the first like 10 minutes of it. My uncle showed it to me, and my dad was
Mhm.
like, "Shut this off," because I think I was probably like 4, and I only got up to the hitchhiker part, and that was it. But so it's always kind of been something I was really into. Because then after I saw it for the first time, I was so intrigued to see it when I got a little bit older. So I made
Mhm.
sure to hunt this thing down as soon as I could.
Yeah, I wish I saw it really young. I didn't. I saw the remake first, and then I went back and watched this one I was in my early 20s. I didn't think much of it. This movie has really grown on me the older I've
Mm-hmm.
so I just reviewed it in October, and just this gritty style. I love gritty filmmaking. I like that 70s. In fact, everything in the 70s feels real. Seems like
it does.
Oh yeah.
even things that aren't horror or things that are like Alien. It's still like it feels real. You're really following these people in space and everything.
Oh yeah, so good. It's so effective still. Goes back to I think even the same thing. When I was a kid, I was all about aliens, but now as an adult, I prefer Alien over Aliens, just because again, I do think that it's just some kind of a tone about it just really kind of works.
I think I just saw both of those movies about a year ago for the first time. So I'm still new
Aliens.
to the. Yeah.
I grew up on Alien. It's one of my favorite franchises. Love it.
Oh, that guy looks good. I think he's dead.
Look at
Maybe.
him there. Yeah,
He's
good.
dripping, man. He's dripping.
Sitting up there.
And I believe
Correct.
Toby Hooper did all this after the movie was shot. He did this opening and everything.
He sticks up this guy's ass.
Yeah.
It's good practical effects, man.
Looks so good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Cody Snyder, what's up, buddy? How are you?
There is something
Cody,
about
what's
this
up?
movie that just has like such a gritty feel to it.
Mm.
Like it feels like I can almost smell this movie right now. Like and feel the heat.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I wish I could. It's cold as fucking Canada right now.
Cold here too. That's what we were talking about whenever
we were
you
just
weren't.
talking about the weather. It's probably rad cold there.
So fucking cold. Like -7, I think. Get asked like 50 times a day why ain't I wearing a coat, and I'm like, because I don't want to. Leave me alone. It's too hard to deliver in a coat. People don't understand. Let me see. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It just seems so real. But like you said, Jason, it's like the 70s movies just have a different vibe than the 80s and the 90s.
Well, there's more of a slow burn effect, so nothing's sensationalized, nothing's fantastic. Even like I just picked up the I just picked up the 4K of Rosemary's Baby.
Mm-hmm.
Even that movie, man, it feels so bloody real. Like there's just a different style of filmmaking than
100%.
Never seen that movie either.
Matt, you'll bow out after
Rosemary's
10
Baby?
minutes. You won't.
Yeah.
It's slow.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the.
I love it, but I
slowest
can see
burns.
people go slow. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it though. It's one of my favorites.
Like I don't know what Matt thinks of The Exorcist because
The
I've
fir-
heard people say that was too slow for them.
I've only seen the original once. Wasn't a big fan. I know it's like one of the best horror movies of all time. I get it, but it wasn't really for me. But then again, I'm a weirdo that liked Exorcist Believer. So what are you gonna do?
Armadillo, dude. Look at that thing. Boom.
Oh, that's a fucking 5-pointer right there, my friend. That's a 5 fucking pointer.
And roadkill. Roadkill.
That's kind of the
Roadkill.
same shot as the bat in Friday the 13th Part 3. The van coming around.
Oh yeah. Where's my boy Franklin at? Let's get him. Come on, Franklin.
Yeah,
at
so in
those
October, I met William Vale. I got a picture taken with him. He signed my steelbook, if you can see it in the back there on the shelf.
That's so sick.
And he
awesome,
said Toby Hooper, he didn't collaborate with him very much. He wouldn't let him. He just said, "What do you want me to do?" And he says, "Just walk there. Just be yourself." He said, "Just be yourself." The only time you let him collaborate is his death scene. So Leatherface was just supposed to come up and just kind of whack him, right?
Mhm.
Well, William Vale came up with the idea that when he hits him, he kind of twists around, and then he does the shake. He starts shaking like a. So William Vale came up with it was a collaboration between him and Toby Hooper, that death scene.
Why couldn't he just
Nice
be on
guy.
the ground?
He looks like he's fucking
This is
pissed
such a
drunk,
weird
Franklin.
Why did he have to pee in the can? I don't understand. What the fuck?
See, like I remember this part as clear as day, like when I was like 4 years old. Like I always remember that guy rolling down the hill after trying to pee on the side of the road.
Does anybody care if we go get Franklin? Can we just leave, or do we gotta go pick him up? Fuck that guy.
Sally!
That's so fucking hot. What's up, Aaron Click? How's it going, buddy?
Has he got a Baby Ruth in his pocket? Is that
I was gonna say, was that a candy bar?
Yeah.
He hungry.
Look at that though. You see all the cuts on his arm? It must have been from when he fell. I never noticed really that before.
Come on, Jerry.
Jerry.
It was quite a brutal shoot, apparently.
Blu-ray wants to know how we feel about Franklin. He says he actually doesn't mind him. I don't really hate him that much either. I mean, he's in a wheelchair. Hot
I
as
don't
fuck.
think he's. Yeah, I don't hate him at all. I don't.
I don't either. I know a lot of people find him super annoying, but I think it kind of works, you know? He does whine and shit, but I mean, I think it's just an interesting character for sure.
But do we know much about Franklin's past, though? Maybe he was only put in this wheelchair a few years ago. Maybe he's just this real
Yeah, we don't.
bitter, pissed off
God.
all the time and whining all the time.
So you're saying that they missed the boat with a Franklin spin-off prequel. Is that what you're saying? that would have been the movie right there. Just called Franklin.
That's it, just Franklin. He counts by twos.
Texas Franklin Massacre.
The Texas Whining Massacre.
I'm getting back in here. Fuck this. He should have rolled out and fell again. Oh, fuck. He drunk.
Aaron said maybe his friends put him in that wheelchair.
That's exactly what happened. Let's see. Like this.
Now they're laughing about it. See? Steel Slaughterhouse.
Here's my ass. Let me see.
We had to go to a slaughterhouse on a school trip in public school. So
Really?
we saw like
No
the
way.
pigs cut right in half, and of course
No
I was a horror kid, so I loved blood and guts, so it didn't freaking bother me. You know what I mean?
Did you?
He's fucking poking him.
All the chicks are like,
Tell him you just say.
It's fucking weird, man.
You should have said to the guy, "I like the old way with the sledge." That's what you should say to the people at the slaughterhouse. No, the gun that don't work good.
But what Toby Hooper does there is quite good. You're looking at the cows, Like
And
they're gonna be slaughtered. These kids are getting led to a slaughter
Yep.
too, right? So it's a little
Right.
bit of
Oh yeah.
he's so intense, Franklin.
He's
He's
excited
like in
about
your
it.
face with it.
Look at his head. He's sitting
You
up
really
so
hit this
high,
one
it's
in
like
the bottom.
fucking hitting the ceiling.
Yeah. Hey.
Eat your candy bar, buddy. Oh, or knife.
Yo, when they say we just picked up Dracula, that was like right around the scene that like my dad came in and made my uncle shut it off. So forever I really thought that they picked up that was Dracula in the back when I was a little kid. For years, I was like, remember that movie we watched with Dracula was in the back of that van? And like my uncle, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, dude, I freaking love this guy, dude.
Hey,
It's like my favorite part of the movie.
he technically counts as, I don't know if is he actually related, but I'm gonna make him related anyway, even if he isn't.
Yo, he is. Oh yeah, he's a
And he
brother.
counts as a deranged family member, my friend.
Great song, dude.
Yeah, there was a few of them at the convention. There was him, the hitchhiker. Jerry was there too, I think.
My grandfather.
Grandpa was there. Grandpa was at the convention this year.
That's awesome. Oh, that don't work good. No good.
It's a sledge.
They died better that way. Put people out of jobs. Like your job? What's your job? I just hit the cattle with a sledge every day.
Can I take your picture?
Yeah. I was the killer.
Like, let me see him.
I was the killer, he says. I was the killer. That was his job. Cow killer, it says on his his resume.
Where's your resume at, buddy? Cow killer.
Cow killer with the sledge.
The jows.
And the ginies.
And the heinies and the ginies, you know. Is that safe for, well, this is the 70s, so nobody cares that Franklin's in a wheelchair in a moving vehicle, not strapped in, but that's okay. Nobody cares. Fuck Franklin.
Oh, yeah, nobody cares.
No one cared about being strapped in back then.
I know, now it's a big deal.
Nope. Is good.
Oh, I see what you mean about those cuts on his arms. I never
Yeah,
noticed that.
it looks real too, like he really fell. Like
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, knife. Oh, okay.
this guy's fucking crazy, man.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, what's that?
Oh, the giblets. Yeah.
Got quite a creepy laugh.
Who doesn't do that to impress people? I guess I'm alone. Franklin. Oh, yeah. Get in there. Nice and deep like.
I mean, come on. This scene's classic, man, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, cute hitchhiker face.
Here's your knife back.
I don't have AIDS, I swear.
Like a little smile.
Can I take
I
a
got
picture?
this knife.
No.
It's like a shit knife. It's like a razor. It's a good knife.
I'm sure it is. Sure it is.
You see how Kirk's holding Pam's hand really tight, as if he's ready to blister at any minute.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice camera there, buddy. It's like a DSLR. You know what I mean?
Get him.
Oh shit, that's pretty close. Got the zoom.
Look at the blood coming down his arm.
They're just like, what are you doing? Sally was smiling. I seen her. Look at her.
He took my picture. I live right down that road.
Oh, yeah. You can get out right now, bitch. Maga, what's up? Hi, Mom.
MAGA kid. Aw, that's so sweet.
Yep. You like head cheese? Fuck yeah.
You should have made some for the show.
What
Eat it.
exactly is head cheese? I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
That's what you have. That's what you should have for dinner tomorrow.
Head
Is that
cheese.
what
I
they
think we should
call-
also have some head
What do
cheese.
they call Green Bay? They call them cheeseheads or something like that? A football team?
Oh yeah,
The fans?
cheese heads, yeah, I think so.
Oh, head
Yeah.
cheese is a cold cut terrine or meat jelly. Ugh.
Woo,
Nice.
baby.
I don't want that. You can pay me now. I got a baby Ruth. You can have that. Yeah, Maga, that really is my mom, but I'm assuming she's probably not in here anymore. She knows I swear too much, so she doesn't stay in here. Now he's gonna make methadone over here, this Sudafed in his aluminum foil.
In his little box.
What is he doing?
Then he takes out that like that old rusty knife and just like carves. With it.
That's what happens when you don't pay him. He just gets rid of your picture.
It's gunpowder, isn't it? I think it's gunpowder.
Yeah. He just goes nuts. Like he just like
So weird.
He just starts going crazy.
It's always Franklin, man. That's so mean. Ah.
He goes out, he's like kicking the car and shit. Yeah. So slow, dude.
He doesn't have diseases at all.
Can you imagine driving by though and meeting a freaking crazy dude like that?
He's still going. He's like a 6-year-old.
Sally! Finish me
there's-
up, Sally.
Well,
You know,
it's funny because like, is that why Franklin does that later in the movie? He's doing that noise to mimic him. I'll show you later.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Another reason for Franklin to
Yeah,
bitch.
because he does it randomly, and then you're kind of like, why was he doing that? And then I wonder now if he did it because that guy was. I don't know. It's strange because like that they would both do the same thing.
Oh, just Franklin's nothing but problems. Nothing but problems.
Do you see the way he just cut himself like that?
Let's see. I don't know. Rotten Tomatoes critic score of 89% and audience of 82%.
baby.
It's a classic.
Yo, that's some good scores there, man.
Class.
Let's see.
think-
Original or remake? Which one do you guys prefer? Jason, I'm going to say you
Original.
prefer this one.
I prefer this one. I never did before, but I've grown to really like this. This is an experience more than like it's more of an experience where the remake feels like a movie. But this doesn't really feel like a movie.
Mhm.
Like we've been saying, it feels
Right.
real. It's an experience. You go on this ride of sheer terror when it starts getting into those tones.
I think it's pretty much that's such a great way to put it because it's true. I mean, I like this one better, way better. But I mean, I did think the remake was effective for sure. I thought that was one of the better remakes we had around that time.
Yes, yes. Hills Have Eyes as well was a good one. I
Oh, yeah.
felt for
Yeah.
remake.
Sure. Yep.
I'm assuming the guy washing the van doesn't count as a deranged family member, or should he?
No, but this guy is
Cook is.
talking. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know who that washing the van guy is. He's got a good head,
He's just working for a penny. You know what I mean?
you know. Yep, he's trying to get by.
Blu-ray says Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 is the lowest rated on Rotten Tomatoes with 13%.
Oh wow,
Probably because it's just unmemorable. I don't really remember much about it.
3. It is. I have a tough time remembering that one too. My thing just totally just froze for some reason, but I'll catch up with you guys.
Let's see. So he's technically Leatherface's brother, right? Is that who he technically is?
Yeah, I think he's the oldest brother.
Who's this?
The cook.
Old man?
Yeah.
The old man here. Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. Is it his dad? No.
No, I think it's the oldest brother.
And then
So
the hitchhiker's a brother too, then?
Yeah.
Yep. They all call him Grandpa. They call him
yeah, they
the
do.
old man. They all call him that.
Oh, that's true. But then he says at one point the cook says, "Go get your brother."
Oh, yeah,
Your
you're right.
brother did to the door. Remember?
Yeah, that part's fucking hilarious, man. I love it.
But then it's funny because I didn't realize this like way back in the day, but if I know you're going to be doing part 2 soon.
Yep.
And, the other brother that wasn't in this one is Chop Top, or he was like, yeah, he was another brother, but he's got that skeleton or whatever, and that's the hitchhiker that he's carrying around the whole time.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't
you're
realize
right.
that until like way later, after watching it a bunch of times, that was him, and his name's Nubbins. So that's technically what the hitchhiker's name was. Yeah. So it's strange that like that's the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why my thing is like frozen. Shoot.
Now, were you guys like me who thought when Leatherface hit Jerry that he actually got away? But he's actually killed because of the way Leatherface is acting?
Oh.
There's a real... It's really... It was Steve Merlo who corrected me, so I had to go back on my review because I always thought Jerry got away and he was looking for him. But it's actually because he's looking for the other kids. Is anybody else coming around? It's very when we get to it, it's
right. Yeah.
Apparently a lot of people make that mistake. I'm not the only one.
Else out there.
Yeah. I thought Jerry ran away though, like he got hit and then he kind of like took off.
Well, that's what kind of sets Leatherface apart a little bit, is that he necessarily wasn't just a brutal killer, right? Like he didn't know what the hell was going on. He's at home, and all of a sudden these people start showing up at his house. So then all of a sudden he starts panicking, and he's looking around for like other people that might be coming into his house. So it's kind of an interesting concept because he's not like, a slasher killer. He's just someone who's trying to protect his house, and his family.
And then he sits down and he starts licking his lips. And the way Steve Merlo says it to me, it's like, okay, bring it on. Sure. It's like he's in protecting my family kill mode now.
Mm-hmm.
Foch, what's your timestamp over there?
23 minutes and 12 seconds.
All right, perfect.
This is my kind of movie too. It's only an hour and 23 minutes. That's my jam. I love short movies.
Everything's fucking long now, man. It's just
like...
Right, yeah.
Even if I want to see a movie, then look at the runtime and it says fucking 2.5, 3 hours. I don't really want to go sit there for that long.
Sure,
I
agree.
Break it up in a couple different segments at home.
Even when movies were like in the 80s, even when they were long, they never felt long. Like it's hard to believe that Die Hard runs in at
were just so much better.
Yeah, and like Die Hard, I tell people it runs in at 2 hours and 12 minutes, but it doesn't feel like that.
Does it? See, I would have never thought that either. Right.
Huh. Close, something like that. It's very close to that. That's
great
just
stories, though.
That's just magic editing. That's just knowing how to pace your movie out.
That creativity, something new and unique.
Oh, that's a good point. Blu-ray says
like now everything's a big rehash of everything.
Are movies longer because they shoot on digital? Because back in the day, film had to be shot on film, and film cost more money.
I mean, it could very well have kind of limited them to be more creative in the shorter time they had. Sure.
Yeah. Terrifier, 2 hours and 40. Yeah, a little bit long for me.
Is it that long?
It's fucking long, bud.
Wow.
Now, I will say that it to me it didn't feel that long.
No.
And I'm not like somebody that's like a gigantic Terrifier fan. Like I think it was good, but I mean I'm not. I've actually only watched it once.
Me too.
But I mean, to me, it didn't really feel, in my opinion, I didn't feel like it dragged at all, which is surprising for something that was 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 40.
I love this. It feels like someone's watching them. You see the cameras panning across very slowly. It's great.
Yeah. Like, what is that in his mouth here? What is this?
I think that's a human dick, I think, is what that is, my friend.
I mean, that doesn't look like no cigar, dude. What
It
does he got
doesn't.
in his mouth?
Salty?
Is it like a Vienna sausage type of thing?
Yeah, I think it's just like
sausage, like
maybe some fucked up jerky. I don't know.
I'm just like a fucking, it's like a fucking pig's foot or something, like a paw. I don't know what that is.
Is that a rabbit's foot? Is he chewing on a rabbit's foot?
Is it like just a
No.
sausage link or something?
It's definitely
that's
not
what
a
it looks
cigar.
like.
I wonder what this random blood circle on the back of my van means. Damn it, they left the guy in a wheelchair again?
They just left him outside.
This is my room. It's
It's
a
like
piece
a
of
weird scene.
shit.
They just show like 1,000 spiders. Is that what they do?
I wonder if Franklin's going to be able to get up those steps. I'm just kidding. That's mean.
Nope.
Kirk and Pam just need the swimming hole. All they want is their swimming hole.
There you go.
It's like tons of daddy. Yeah, it's weird.
Okay. People hate spiders.
Just a random. There he is, sucking on his sausage again.
Oh, it's a good part. It's going to be a fun trip, Franklin.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, Maggot Cat. That's a good point. The writing and pacing is good. I don't mind a long movie. That's true. Braveheart, man, very long movie. Awesome though.
Oh, he is. He's tired of it.
He's done.
He's pissed.
Hey, it's Franklin. I'm fucking stuck. They weed eating this bitch. He's out of breath. He's hungry. I'm glad they forgot about the guy in a wheelchair.
They're all having fun. He's stuck down there.
Fuck you guys. Should have just waited in the van, bub.
They went skinny dipping, but I'm not skinny enough.
Not skinny enough.
Oh, poor guy.
Poor Shelly. You guys know you left dumbass Franklin outside in a wheelchair? Here it comes. Hey, Franklin.
But it almost looks like someone's going to come in behind them there. They're focusing on
all that.
Opening of the door, right?
Speaking of this,
what grown adult does that?
I don't know. Maybe the audience wants to know what scene we're at. We're right here. Watch this. Here it comes.
Come on, Franklin. It's going to be a fun trip.
That is funny, man.
We love
That
Franklin.
is funny.
We love Franklin around here. We just had sex. You fucking assholes. See, look how depressed. I don't get any. I can't.
Two old shades.
I can't feel my legs. It's because they ain't there. F Bass, what's going on, buddy? How are you?
going on, F Bass? Kick his ass, F
What
Bass.
up? Raspberries all day from Franklin. He comes over. He's probably, what the hell? So we know the family's been there. Or at least Leatherface.
So,
You know what makes me laugh? It's not till later, but like they call him Leatherface. Like not them, but like the family.
uh-huh.
Imagine if your family called you Leatherface. Like, what the hell? Like, the hitchhiker's like, "Hey, Leatherface, let's go over here and get grandpa." It's like, wait, you call your brother Leatherface?
Now,
Bye-bye.
only if there was a swim hole there, Kirk would have got some, I think.
Oh, they're gonna do the. We're gonna get the nice behind shot soon, so be ready to get
Yes.
those point systems going.
Oh my
Nice
gosh.
swimming hole.
It's dried out.
Eh. Oh, that's mean. That is fucking mean. Maybe, yeah, because maybe he wasn't always crippled. Maybe that's why he got down there.
Gasoline.
What franchise has a messier timeline, this or Halloween?
They're both pretty messy.
They both are.
Yeah, I say Halloween. Well, yeah, I'd probably say that. But yeah, this is a little messy. They could have avoided that, but you know, still a little bit messy. I still don't know where some of these things fall, if at all. Like new gen is kind of its own thing, right? There's no way that falls anywhere in the timeline. Maybe right after what, 2? I don't even know.
The Illuminati, baby. Makes no fucking sense.
Well, look, there was those sunflowers, so that could have to do with 22, right?
Look at
He comes out of the
sunflower.
sunflowers.
That's a good point. I've only seen that. No, I watched that twice. I think that twice.
I've only seen it once. I think it was like the day it came out. I watched it.
Came out at like midnight.
I
and
mean, I
fucking
wouldn't mind
stayed
owning
up.
it. Yeah, we did like a live watch along with me and Deadpit when I think the night it came out.
My wife wanted me to wait for her, and I was like, I'm not waiting. I want to watch it now.
Yeah, Herbert, that's true. It's crazy to think about that. That there is little to no gore in this.
Oh yeah, it's all here, man. It's all.
Yeah, and that's what. And think about how effective that is too, because like
Mhm.
people might not even realize that, especially with the title of the movie, and even that they've seen it a bunch of times. They're like, "What do you mean? It's wicked gory," you know? But it's just so done so well.
And Marilyn Burns really sells her performance. Like,
Like the fear and like when they show her eyes and all that stuff. Like,
yeah, and a lot of people like I've heard, like she's never usually in your top 5 final girls, but she's on the run the whole movie. The whole movie, she has no time to stop and to collect herself. Right.
I wonder if she gets kind of put on the back burner because like she's not someone that like really fought back or anything like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I wonder if they kind of she gets forgot about.
She makes my top 10 though. I did a top 10 final girls and I had her there because I just like the performance and how she's always on the run and the fear she emotes.
Let's see. Speaking of which, that's the poll in the chat right now. What you guys would rate Sally as a final girl? I'm gonna let it go probably another 10 minutes, then I'm gonna shut that one down. Currently, she's right in the middle. 10 points right now is what she is gonna get. Oh, give her a tooth. Look at that. What the fuck?
I met her many, many years ago before she passed. Hello. Dude, this scene is still like, honestly, one of the craziest scenes in horror, in my opinion. It's still a weird scene to me. When I first saw this for the first time, it like shook me big time because it was just so like boom, boom, shut the door, move on. Like there was no jump scare really. Like it was just, and then everything went silent, and it was like, all right, we move on. It's wild.
It's so
like
good.
that.
Well, what happens when he shuts the door? Toby Hooper lingers on it just enough to make this dread fill up inside you, and he has such a
And even,
presence.
like right now, like he's
here.
making noises like a
Uh-huh.
pig to try to draw him over. It's strange, you know what I mean? It's like very odd.
Yeah, so William Vale came up with the trip here. That was him who did that.
Oh,
And see, he was supposed to just fall, but he twisted his body. So they collaborated on him twisting his body when he fell.
well, come on, man, stop whacking him.
Right here, that music kicks in. Lingers just enough,
So
just
good,
enough.
Up. We got
Oh,
point
there's
there,
the
brother.
big
There's
ass
a
shot
butt
there,
shot.
Matt.
What a great shot too. Not even just that. I mean, just the whole
bottom.
idea of her walking up to the house and the way, and it's looking up into the house. Yeah,
The first thing that I almost envision like is like saying beware coming up, and it's almost like going up to Dracula's castle. You know what I mean? It's like
Yep,
symbolic or
100%.
something. Great movie.
And especially too, like even the coloring with her with the bright red shorts and everything else, kind of like a white, like kind of in brown, you know.
And when he puts her on the hook here, it's all your mind's filling in the blanks. And when your mind starts filling all the blanks in, it could be anything, right?
Mhm.
Sweat beading off her, man.
Just run away. Just run away.
Yeah, good point, Herbert. I like that. Eli Ross said, after the door slams, we're in hell.
That's 100% too. Yeah, that's cool. And even like the music playing and stuff, like it's
The screeches, the screeches, and
Oh.
yeah, or lack of music, maybe.
Sure.
Chicken in a cage.
If this was made in like the 2000s, this whole part would be like heavy metal music in the background or something like as it's going. And like people are starting to go crazy.
So, what do you two feel if Rob Zombie was to do a Texas Chainsaw film?
I mean, like anything else, I'd be intrigued for sure.
It's right up his alley.
I'm always intrigued with what he does. Do I like everything he does? No, but I mean, I'm always intrigued by his work.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't
But
mind.
to be honest, like, there's not much Rob Zombie I completely hate either. Like, I didn't like the monsters,
I like him.
That's for sure. But I mean, you know, his other stuff, I didn't hate. I didn't hate anything.
I
think
thought
he
as
has
a
some
director,
issues. In my opinion, I feel like, I think he does great. I think his writing is a little bit meh. Like, I feel like he has a tough time ending a movie. Like, I feel like he can't figure that out.
Yeah, I can see that.
Rejects had a pretty decent ending, but like I feel like a lot of his other ones, it was just kind of like he wasn't sure how to close.
I think
it
as
with
a
bang.
director, he hit a real stride with Lords of Salem. Like that felt complete. That felt more like Rosemary's Baby. That movie, you know what I mean? Like a lot of the way he was pushing on the door, stuff like that. But I think this would be up his alley.
Do you think he would be? Do you think he would be better as like if he partnered with somebody that and like someone wrote it and he directed it kind of thing? Do you think that would be a better thing for him?
I think if it's someone he really trusted to write, but he's the kind of guy who wants the control, right?
Yeah,
wants the
right. Well, you know what's interesting is we did an interview with his brother. Do you know his brother Spider?
I saw you do that.
I don't.
So his brother is Spider One, and he's the lead singer for a band Power Man 5000.
I know them.
So that's Rob Zombie's younger brother. So
I did not know that.
He started getting into writing and directing horror movies, and his writing is really good.
Don't do it.
Ooh.
Don't do it.
Here it is. Here it is.
Don't do it.
Oh, love. I think what sells it
And
too
you
is that
didn't
there's
even
blood
need
all
to
over the
see it.
walls, right? There's already blood on the walls and everything like that.
Right.
And he
Looks
does a little
happy.
head nod here. I like his little head nod when he starts the chainsaw. He's going like this. Fantastic performance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right there, man. Oh, iconic.
Oh, that's mean. He's excited.
And she's on a hook watching her boyfriend just
Ugh.
oh god.
And it's so crazy too because like he basically was just cutting him up, right? But they didn't
Mhm.
show a damn thing.
Not a damn thing. What's up, Antonis?
Right.
How you?
And I think people forget that. Remember what year this is in. Remember what audience was like in 19 like what movies were out before this.
Yeah.
You gotta remember that. You gotta think of on the terms of that. Put yourself back there.
It was yeah. I mean, just that alone was like we feel like it works now. Imagine how it worked then.
Yeah. I mean, just think about this. 14 years earlier, they had Psycho. Psycho had only been 14 years old at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But it tells a lot about a movie when you can, like you said, you can. It all is up here and it still works even to this day. And to
Yep.
show you like how much can be done with so little if you just know how to tell a story and all that other stuff, right? Like sometimes I think movies rely too heavily on stuff like that to try to get a pop from the audience. Where it's like, man, if you tell a great story, sometimes you don't even need all that stuff.
Wow.
I mean, even things like Rosemary's Baby, like there's not much that goes on that movie, besides what as far as like graphic or anything like that.
it's just the build up. That's what's missing a lot. And I get it.
Mhm.
The attention span's not there no more. It's the build up of everything.
Are
Like, what movie is a very effective, hard to watch movie? And I feel like the older I get, the more I watch it. And I'm like, man, this is a real tough watch. And like nothing technically happens except what goes on in your head. And that's that movie, The Entity.
Entity?
Have you guys
I've never
seen that?
seen that. I haven't seen that.
Oh man, that's one I would really check out. I mean, it's a very hard watch, but and it is kind of in the same vein as like a Rosemary's Baby, kind of. But it has to do with more with like ghosts and stuff like that and the devil and whatnot. But it's definitely one to check out, and it's a hard watch, but like it does a real good job where it's like it just leaves it up to your imagination, kind of.
Blu-ray says it's a good movie.
Yeah, I find it very hard to watch now for some reason. Like in a not in a bad way, but in a way that it just makes me feel like uncomfortable to watch it.
Let's see. Let me take a look. There's no way that he could follow us, right? Good talk. Good talk.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up, Franklin. No wonder he's miserable.
She's just annoyed as fuck.
Never mind. Damn Franklin, baby.
Even this score here.
Kirk Cousins.
It's a good shot with the sun going down.
Yeah, man. Really cool.
Hey, Chris, what's going on, buddy?
What up, Chris?
Chris's. What's up, Snidey Poo? Got that fucking generator still going. Wasting on gas, not a big deal. That is an ugly shirt.
It is.
It's fucking
Very
hideous.
70s, though.
Yeah. I got a package for you.
I see Blu-ray asked, why did it take so long to make a remake? I think there's a story behind that, but I really can't remember why. But I think there is some kind of story on why.
Why we didn't get part 2 for so long.
Yeah, like I almost feel like there was never intent to do it, and then I think maybe it was canon or somebody like really pressured him into doing it. Maybe forget.
Quit playing games.
Like I'm
Quit
playing
goofing
games, man.
He's a nice boy.
See, he's got the same gimmick. He like, just makes noises.
It works every
All it
time.
does is
You stupid.
yeah, you just make like noises like a bug or like an animal, and then people just come in.
Oh yeah.
This-
Oh, somebody's in there. Awesome.
It almost feels like Jerry surprises Leatherface.
Woo! I just been locked up in this here freezer for a fucking hour.
Fucking cold.
Yeah, that's all. You should have punched her. Oh, damn. In the face.
See, right here, I thought he slipped away the way he's acting.
Yeah.
Where the
See,
fuck? Yeah, I see that.
But it's actually he's seen if anyone else is out the window, right?
Yeah.
But I thought he was
Yeah.
going out the window to see if the guy took off out.
Jamie said, if she remembers correctly, there was never a plan to do a sequel, but then the sequel craze started, so they were looking to cash in. That makes sense. So
I knew there was some story behind it.
Well, that was 86, right? We already had 6 Friday the 13th. Freddy would have had 2 movies by then.
look at that.
So they were cashing in, right? Licking his lips.
That's how I look at the buffet right there. Snyder, how do you
There you
feel
go,
about
fan-
Texas Chainsaw 3D? I love it, and I don't care who knows it.
I remember liking it. I remember liking Leatherface in it.
I liked
I
it.
think the timeline's kind of screwy, but
It is fucked up,
whatever.
but
That's like what I always have an issue with. I just don't understand how you make a mistake like that. Like it was such an easy fix at the end of the day. I
they
don't.
covered it up.
And the thing
with weed.
was, like they obviously had it in mind to like make it old, right? Because they blur out the dates in the final movie because they realize,
Yeah.
oh shoot, there's cell phones in here, there's this, there's that. But it's just totally like what a sloppy job that was. You know what I mean? Like they could have just swapped the phones and came up with like a different way to do things and kept the dates, and it would have made way more sense.
well, they just had to make her older. That's all.
Well, what she would have been? What she was a baby in 74, right?
Right? So she was only like what 20? That'd have been 1994.
Well,
holy.
Right. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. They could have just if they just had kept that in the 90s, they could have made it work, right? Like
they just all they had to do is
the only thing I think changed it was what the walkie-talkie. Yeah, but what was the only thing that threw it off was the cell phone stuff, right? I think that was the only real thing. Right?
What's up, Vanderhoff? Yeah, the cell phone thing ruined it, so that's why they had to cover it up with the fucking sticks.
But is that the only thing that ruined it? Because if that's the case, it's like, man, imagine going through and having to take out dates and stuff where you could have just like rewrote a scene that involved phones. Like, I just feel like it was such a big waste to have it so wonky.
Since they had to have that FaceTime scene, that's fucking ruined the whole thing.
Yeah, like they could have found a different way to do that and like change that. Instead, they're like, yeah, let's just go back and blur all the dates. Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
Damn,
yeah, Trey Songz music. That's right.
They did. I didn't mind them though, so I don't care.
I don't even know why they even. I don't know why they have to modernize things. Like, if they're doing let's say they do another Friday movie, I would set it in the 80s.
Sure.
Right?
I would too. And the thing is that people don't realize is like that shit freaking sells. I mean, look at anything that's set back in time. X was set back, Pearl, like Stranger Things, like all these things that are set back in time, like, they do pretty well. People seem to like
Mhm.
it. So to have to modernize everything, I don't think is necessary.
I was gonna end the final girl vote, but I can't because there's a tie. So
Oh
It's-
boy.
whoever
Somebody
gets the next
vote it
vote,
up.
whoever votes the next one, then I'm gonna close it off. I didn't think it was gonna be this close, to be honest. Come on, Franklin, get your fucking fat ass going. He's doing a good job going through all that brush and shit in the water.
I was thinking about like the movies I grew up with in the 80s, and it just felt like every director had his own style. Every movie that came out was different.
Mm-hmm.
It just
Yeah, I mean, even
and-
think of some concept of the 80s. The thing I love about it was it was kind of a free for all. Like whatever you come up with, let's make a good movie. Now it's like you look at a lot of these movies, and I'm like, a lot of these studios would be like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Like the concept, like even think of Gremlins. Do you think any studio would do that now?
No,
Like if you came up to him and be like, hey, there's this thing where you get a little furry guy and then you get him wet and then like he turns like these like I feel they'd be like, nah, we're not doing it.
You got a furry guy and you
You
get
know?
him wet. You know,
well,
That's-
even
Like
in
there's
the
so many movies that are just so
yeah, people took chances. Like
good.
Nightmare on Elm Street, they said it looked
Sure.
silly. It sounded silly on paper. They said, "What are you talking about? A guy gets to the year," but look what it did. Someone,
Sure.
Bob Shea believed in what Wes Craven's vision was, and
Mhm.
said, "No, it's going to be try to see what I'm doing. I'm trying to do here." And even when they started shooting, Robert Englund was like, the fedora. I'll make the fedora work. Cast my shadow on the wall, right? And
Mhm.
shit like that.
Let's see.
I mean, even look at movies that aren't that popular, but like the stuff, like, do you think they'd ever do that now where it's like, hey, we're going to have this like yogurt that like kills
No.
people? Like, they'd be like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. You know, like any kind of movie with like killer cars and stuff, like they would never do
Yeah.
that now. I'm even looking at my wall right here. I have an Encino Man poster from like 93 or whatever that came out, 92.
Huh?
Do you think that would ever fly now in the boardroom? Hey, we're going to have
No.
this frozen caveman come back and go to high school. They'd be like, yeah, no, sorry.
Yes,
no."
it was.
So like, that's the thing. The 80s and 90s, they took way more chances.
Oh, there he
with-
is.
Get him. He was
Damn.
sick of hearing Franklin. He
Franklin-
dead. He dead.
Oh, Franklin, he had a rough day, that guy.
Fuck Franklin.
Look at her.
Fucking
She's
rolled
terrified. God,
Rolled down the hill. Oh my gosh. Poor Franklin.
it's what they're going for is like in Seven, right? I remember watching Seven when I remember the movie Seven. I could
Mhm.
swear that you saw the head. I could swear to you. No, I saw it. It was fucking disgusting. Head was cut off. It was in the box, but you don't see anything. It's your
No.
mind filling in blanks. And I think if you saw this
Right.
for the first time in the 70s and then didn't watch it for 20 years, you would say, no, Franklin's body was split in fucking half, blood shooting all over the fucking
Right.
place.
I 100% agree. Yeah. What do they call that? Mandela effect, where you like your brain thinks something happened, and then when you go back, you're like, I swear it did. You know, there's a lot of times I think that where I'm like, I swear I saw this.
Let's see. All right, I ended Sally vote as a final girl. She got 10 points out of possible 15. Now I got the poll in there for what do you guys rate this version of classic Leatherface? Obviously, I think I know where this one's going to go, but please vote in the chat. We appreciate it.
He's my favorite Leatherface.
Oh yeah.
I like the remakes
Mine.
the most.
You like handsome Leatherface.
Like Andrew Berzneski, I think his name is.
Yeah. Do you remember him and what's his name got in a fight about it? What's the original Leatherface? What's his name?
Gunnar Hansen.
Gunnar. Yeah, Gunnar hated Bernarski, remember?
Hater.
You ever see
Hater.
those? There's like YouTube clips of them like fighting back and forth. You ever see that?
He's on the run the whole time here, man. This is crazy. And you always got to have a girl jumping through a window in a horror movie. Jumping out the window. You have to have it.
Snyder wanted to know if we prefer when Leatherface himself is the villain or when the family is more of the villain.
The family, actually. I think that works better.
I think the family. Yeah, I think
Works
it's just a better. It's different, right? Than just a one guy thing.
Well, not the door. You're going to get in shit.
He's going to get yelled at for that.
Well, your brother did to the door.
Because he couldn't have just got in. Hey, Grandpa.
There's
Even
Grandpa.
the grandpa thing is so freaking creepy because you're like, is he dead? But then he can still like suck on her finger. It's like crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like it's weird.
Oh, she dead. She dead, though.
She dead. The little dog's dead. Grandpa's so tired.
But look how narrow and claustrophobic everything feels, eh?
Oh. She scared him.
Think about that. You had no choice but to freaking jump.
Is that where they got that from the final chapter? Whenever Trish jumps out the window. That's what that reminds me of.
Is that what it was? Bonarski even was talking smack about Gunnar after he died.
Damn.
I remember they were beefing for a long time. And actually, you know what, though? Because I think Gunnar and Bernarski were beefing for so long, Gunnar really liked the dude who played Leatherface in 3D. Because I have a signed photo of Gunnar and that guy, and it's signed by both of them, and they're like holding each other with like the chainsaw in the hand or whatever.
That's a good point. Horror films underestimate how much damage jumping through a window does. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. There's never any cuts or blood. Never. Leatherface got good stamina for a big guy. I'll give him that. Never quits. A tree came out of nowhere.
Fashi, where are you at? My thing just froze again.
57 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay.
What's up, Ronnie? All the good names are in the podcast. Great guys,
What's
Ronnie
up?
and Blake.
What up, dudes?
Keeps running around. Jeez Louise.
Leatherface does CrossFit. Look at him.
Look at them.
You don't play games.
The
You
endurance.
think I'm overweight?
It's great fucking camera work, man.
Oh,
Running
yeah.
her ass off.
Even his run's really cool. It's like
It's amazing she
there's
hasn't
something to
fallen
it.
10 times.
Shut the door. There's no way he'll get in here with a chainsaw. Ah, damn boy.
Almost sounds like John Candy in The Great Outdoors. Big Bear, chase me!
Call the
Big Bear.
police. Oh, he wants to dive in for a kiss.
Oh yeah.
He wants to get in that.
It's been a long time since I've had a woman.
I'm gonna smack that ass. I know, Aaron Click. That's why I like these short movies. They go by so quickly.
The fucking bag or whatever.
Does he like hit her with a broom?
Yeah,
He's
and this is
just
what's
fucking-
crazy about this movie too. Like when you see it
Switch
for
it
the
in.
first time and you start seeing everything kind of like wrapped together, and it's kind of like, oh shit, you know, like when you don't know what's going on, and all
Yeah.
of a sudden you start seeing everybody kind of intertwining. You're like, oh wow, it's pretty clever.
Yeah, and she's looking around like this is fucking not right.
This place looks good. Looks like a banging food here. Look at that dude, huh? Some banging sausages there.
That's what Franklin had, right?
Finger
Oh, yeah,
looking
maybe.
good.
Look at that.
Oh my god! Look at that.
The meat, the protein. That's why Leatherface can run. It's jacked up.
jacked up.
He's
He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
What does he think? He comes back with like the bag. He's like, don't worry about nothing. Yeah, he's like trying to like convince her to get in the bag. It's fine. Like, just come in here.
F. Bass says, without the cook's dark
Oh
humor,
my
this movie
God.
would only be half as good.
Yeah, I mean, it's like funny the way he like words this too. Like, it's just like let's get in here.
She's like, what? You have no trouble.
You don't need to worry, as he's gonna like tie her up, put her in a bag.
Smacking her with the fucking broom. That a broom works good.
I should have just let Leatherface kill me.
Imagine she gets away from Leatherface, thinks she's safe. This guy starts beating her with a broom. Like, what the hell's going on here?
This budget for this movie wasn't very much, right? Wasn't it only like 200,000 or something like that?
Couldn't have been.
Less than that. 60,000, I think.
Damn.
Don't quote me on that though.
Let me see. 140,000.
Okay, sorry, I was way off.
No, that's not way off.
I know it was really low budget though.
140,000, pack of cigarettes, rotten meat. Good to go.
Fucking puts her in a bag.
Just hear the crickets in the background. No music. Put her. What the fuck's the bag gonna do?
Her legs are hanging out.
Snyder says the cook is the best part of this whole movie.
He's entertaining as hell, man.
I'm glad he came back for the sequel.
Yeah, doesn't he win the chili cook-off every year?
He does. Yes, he does. He's very famous.
It's all about the meat. It's all about the meat. They're quirky as hell, man. Like,
makes them feel more crazy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Guys like making jokes with her about it, talking to her normal.
well, because they act like they think this is normal. That's what's so fun.
Yeah.
That's the darkness of it, like the dark.
And he sees the hitchhiker like walking home or something like that.
Like
in the middle of the night.
they're cutting people up, they're eating them, all this shit, and then he's worried about his front
His
door, and he goes,
electric
"Don't
bill.
you got any pride in your home?"
Oh, yeah. Wow, I did not know that. The truck driver at the end is in part 2? I had no idea.
Is that the chili cook-off in part 2?
Interesting.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Gonna have to keep an eye out for that. I figured why not bring Justin on for that one. That movie's crazy. He's pretty crazy. It works.
Oh, yeah.
She's fucking poking him with that damn broom.
Texas
Dude,
Chainsaw
Justin actually doesn't like this movie.
This one?
He doesn't like the original. Yeah. And I always bust him for it.
I mean, it's good. Obviously, it's a classic. I mean, it's not a movie I watch often.
Is he a fan of part 2? I don't even know. Did he say?
Yeah. I mean, that was the. I gave him whatever option. That's the one he picked. So
Oh, okay.
fucking hitchhiker took
There
him
he
that
is.
long to get home, huh?
Um,
Jeez.
Texas
Fucking
Chainsaw 2 is a
walking home.
canon film.
Yeah. Look at this.
He's excited.
He's got a rabbit in his hand and he's pretending to hop it. Like the thing. He's pretending it's like hopping on the road. It's like a dead rabbit. You nap-haired idiot. Good scenery with like good image with them in front of the lights.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know.
Reminds me of the scene in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 in the field.
Oh, with freaking Hillbilly Myers.
Yeah, Hillbilly Myers.
Here we go.
It's about to get crazy.
The evil house.
The infamous dinner scene.
What do we got? I watch this once a year. I try to watch this at least once a year. Got to be in the mood for this movie.
I know, dude. I've been so lazy. I need to switch these posters out like ASAP.
I heard you talk about that in your Rob Zombie Halloween video.
I do, dude. I need to. I don't know what I want to put up. I don't know if I go back to some of the ones I've had, try something different, but it's just a pain in the butt. You got to take them out. I got to find what I want, get them all back in because I have them like all in tubes, like tons of them.
I can imagine. I don't have a lot of space, so
yeah, I need to get like a portfolio. I have a portfolio for tons of them, but not for my big 27 by 40s or 27 by 41s. I just have it for like other sizes and stuff. But it's convenient because you can just flip the pages and get to them. But at the same time, it's not convenient because it's so hard to store those things.
Nice.
Like they're too big to fit under a couch.
I remember you.
Look what they did to the door.
poking at her and shit.
I thought you was in a hurry.
But he takes on the characteristics of the mask he's wearing too, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Now he's like an old woman.
You're so damn cute. Oh, come on. It was an accident. Vanderhoff says, any winter horror posters?
What's up? I'll have to think about that.
I finally watched that one poster right behind your head. I watched Scrooged for the first time this Christmas.
Scrooged?
Yeah. It was good.
God,
Oh my
I
god. Yeah,
every
F-Bass,
year,
I was just
man.
saying that. That's so funny.
I've never seen it until this year. It was good.
I'm helping you with Grandpa.
See, they just wanted to invite her over.
I don't mind you hitting me, Frank. Just take it easy on the Bacardi. Scrooge.
He's cooking dinner. Leave him alone. They should have ate Franklin. Take it easy.
They're eating one of her friends. That's the person that they serve one of their friends up.
Whoa,
Unless
whoa.
that's an assumption.
I don't watch lots of movies, okay? I'm not the guy to go to about movies. I only watch like the same ones over and over again.
Sometimes it's better that way. Quality over quantity, right?
That's what I do. Well, I watched it.
So
I
backed up
enjoyed
on
it.
That's the problem.
There's still a lot of movies from 2023 that I'd like to see, but I just don't have the time to watch them right now.
Hey, Leatherface, listen.
Oh, he just
Yeah,
ran
I
all
love,
through.
I love Scrooge, man. I think Bill Murray's just absolutely fantastic in that.
Yeah. I still don't understand that. Why does he call him Leatherface? Why does he call him that? It's his brother.
What's up, Timothy?
Hey Tim, what's up?
Johnny Styles, what's up, man?
What
Your I did not know your family was Leatherface's family. That's awesome.
Jonathan Davis did sick.
How's the chili? Is it good?
Look at the skeleton, and it's got light.
I was gonna say, is that a lamp?
Yeah,
Yeah.
skeletons and
Nice.
lamps and freaking.
Ingenuity, my friends. Nice mask on the grandpa. It's totally realistic.
When they finally went into Ed Gein's house, he had like table legs were women's legs and shit. Like this shit was fucking nightmarish, man. Like
I met Grandpa and I got him to sign a sledge, a little mini sledgehammer.
Oh, he's kissing. See, Leatherface is nice. He's kissing him on the head.
Yeah. Oh, nice Leatherface.
this is just twisted, man.
The blood gets him off. Let me suck on that.
You almost think he's gonna come to life. Blood. He's gonna
Yeah,
spring
he's
up like
sucking.
a young.
That's why they knew Hitchhiker is Dracula, and he's giving him the blood. They're all vamps.
Oh. Timothy says,
Grandpa, he's moving around.
where does this movie rank on the horror rankings for you three?
Horror top 5
Yeah.
for me, no question. For me,
I did a top 50 horror films, and it was around. Oh, I can't remember exactly. Maybe high 30s. So it could move up though.
I got no clue.
But as far as this franchise goes, it's my favorite out of the franchise.
I don't even know if this is in my definitely top 20. I'm not that high on it. I know it's a classic, but making fun of her.
her performance in this part is insane.
Yeah, it's really good. And the conditions too, right? There was rotten meat smelling, and it was hot as hell. And
Yep.
there's her friend, I think.
Where'd it go? Blu-ray says, do you prefer, what do you like, Black Christmas or Texas Chainsaw? Black Christmas for me.
Black Christmas is like top 10 horror
I'm
films
more of
for
a-
me.
I'm more Texas Chainsaw.
Come on, man. Look at him. Leatherface is just curious.
Yeah.
You're pretty. I'm gonna touch your face.
I love all these eye shots coming up where he cuts to her eyes. And
Mhm.
they're like bright
Mhm.
green and everything. Her eyes, and
Oh yeah,
I don't know what it
like
is, but
Bloodshot and all that other stuff.
when you do an eye shot, is this something very creepy about it? And
Shut up. Leatherface. You're just a cook.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Grandpa was the best killer Texas ever seen.
Some of those headshots though are brutal. Like when he's trying to hit her with the thing.
Uh-huh.
You see him almost like nick her head at some points. It's brutal.
I wasn't like I felt like the remake, their version of the dinner scene was very lackluster.
It's hard to get this feel, and I think a lot of it might
Yeah,
have to do with
exactly.
her performance too.
Oh, the eye shots are great.
Mm.
It's like you want to punch the shit out of all these fuckers in the face
Well,
so hard.
it makes you feel like you're there. You're sitting at the dinner table, like
Hitchhiker be the first one to go. Start wailing on him. Cooks yourself.
fucking crazy as hell, man.
Oh, get up in that eyeball. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good. That whole scene is awesome.
It's fucking creepy.
Gunnar Hansen, his body language is completely changed with this mask. The way he's moving and everything.
I won't have this.
All of a sudden, he's out. He's like,
I'm done.
I brought her
Cross
hand, but I can't do it.
Cross the line. He's the best, all right.
Let's have. He's the best.
He's the best that ever was.
I think the editing's fantastic, man. Like those shots with the screeches added in.
Oh yeah. It's funny because now he's back in. He was like, "I'm out." Now he's in.
No, Grandpa to do this shit.
Killer that ever was. That should be a prequel to Grandpa. He's the best killer that ever was.
It was.
They said he killed 60 cows in 5 minutes once. He must have been going nuts. Like if they make a prequel with Grandpa, he's like he looks like Yoda with like the lightsaber with like a sledgehammer, like doing flips and stuff, just like killing everybody. He's all CGI'd out. He killed 60 in 5 minutes.
F Bass says as much as TCM4 is hated, I think it was the only one to match the psychoticness of this dinner scene.
Oh,
I haven't
man.
watched that one in
What's
so
his name?
long.
McConaughey was nuts.
He got the robot leg.
Oh, that's a yeah. I mean, I don't really care for it that much. I think it still kind of boggles my mind some of the scenes in that movie, just like how it got made, but it's getting a fan base now.
I think I might have seen it once, so this is gonna be the second time whenever I get to it.
There was always like one scene where this kid was like really tired because McConaughey just like killed his
Yeah,
friend. Or
hammer.
something, and McConaughey's chasing him with the car.
Here,
And
Grandpa,
McConaughey
hold on
pulls
to
over
that
to him, and
hammer.
the guy stops and he looks at him and he's like, "Stop it, mister! You're scaring me." And it like makes me laugh to this day. So when you watch it, look for that scene. It's so bad. Come on, Grandpa. 60 cows in 5 minutes.
You think the Sawyer
Ooh.
family hung out with the Firefly family in House of a Thousand Corpses? Maybe, Chris? They seem like friends. More like a killing competition, I think, is what they would do. Hit her, Grandpa!
Imagine like
Grandpa.
this scene, like filming this scene. Just must have been freaking wild.
Oh, she's cutting it up.
Out the window again. This is a good shot too. It pans around. Excellent shot.
Oh, yeah.
Of course,
Gotta go
we end it with the iconic dance, man. That's just insane.
You better run. Fucking slicing her back up with the razor knife. Ugh.
Yeah.
I got my pantsuit on. Here comes the Leatherface. He's slower now because he has that tight pantsuit on.
Yeah.
He's picking up speed.
Look at the way he's running, though. He's running like zigzagging all over the place. He's just like fucking crazy, man.
Slicing her back.
Come on, truck. Run his ass over.
That's a great scene of him just cutting her as she's running like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Fuck that guy.
Boom.
I always watch this scene on my Boogeyman tape at VHS I used to have.
see the truck's name, Black Maria.
Yeah.
Fucking hits him with a wrench.
He's like, where's that chili cook-off? Where's that chili cook-off? I'm out of here.
Why didn't you just leave? Like, I don't know why they got out the other side.
That's what my wife said when I showed her this movie. Why did he get out? Why did he just fucking drive?
I don't
I
understand.
know.
This part always cracks me up. Fucking throws a wrench in his face.
The thing is, the guy doesn't say a damn word either. He's just like so quiet about it.
Fucking cuts his own leg. Ah!
Ooh, the meat.
Damn it, look at my cowboy boots. These are fucking... Ruined my good pantsuit, you bitch.
You felt that.
The movie's just chaos, eh? This ends with chaos.
Look at that. The fucking truck driver doesn't even stop. He's out of there. Where's he going?
Get in the fucking truck, woman.
Oh my gosh, it's the fucking Cody, my man, dude who loves movies. One of the 4 Radsmen. What's up, brother?
Go. Yeah, her performance is great. I love it. Hope you like a padded cell there, woman.
Classic.
Classic.
Mhm.
Classic horror, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see. It just fucking like
There it
ends.
is.
That is it too. I was like, just fucking black screen. That's it.
And that's where 3D takes right over, right?
Yeah. They did a good job, I think, going back and setting it up to look like that.
Mm-hmm.
It just messed up other things. It happens. Let's see. I ended the poll for what you guys think of Leatherface. 79% said he was the best. Actually, 5% said he was the worst. So that's interesting. Interesting on that one. Let's see.
Wait, Jason Guy says that the truck driver is hanging in the kitchen in 3D. No, I never noticed that.
I always wondered where the driver ran until the beginning of Texas 3D. You see him hanging in the kitchen. Really? Yeah, I never noticed that. I probably wouldn't have noticed that anyway, to be honest. But now I got to look for that too. So he was at the chili cook-off in part 2 and then hanging in the kitchen in 3D. So
yeah, which basically shows that like in that timeline, there's no part 2 really.
F Bass said, wait, what did he say? Truck driver is on the table. I thought, man, I never noticed any of that.
I never noticed either.
But then again, like I said, I don't really rewatch these movies, so I probably wouldn't know. Unlike like Halloween and Friday, obviously I watched those way more than Texas Chainsaw Massacres. No offense to
anybody
who
who
loves
to go back and watch 3D to catch that because that's a pretty good Easter egg that I never noticed before.
Do you think, cuz? You know what I'm
think,
saying? Do you think, cuz? Let's see. Like I said, knowing these movies, I kind of figured the points totals were going to be nowhere near as high as Friday the 13th, but it still doesn't mean I don't look for this one to be very high in the rankings, but you never know because obviously sequels, you get a hell of a lot more kills. So let's see what we got. I got 4 kills, 5 points apiece, 20 points. I got 1 signature kill with a chainsaw, surprisingly being Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's pretty fucking weird. We only get 1 kill with a chainsaw, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Dead animal and roadkill. Honestly, that was I don't know why I picked that topic because it's fucking hard because there's like a million of them. But I gave it 3 different scenes times 5 points, so 15 points for that. Deranged family members. This one, obviously, we only had the cook and the hitchhiker, so 5 points each for that.
What about Grandpa? Does he not count?
Oh shit, I guess he does count. Never mind. 3. I'm not gonna count Grandma because she's dead,
All right.
so she won't count. 15 points. Ass shot, only 1. 50 points for that. Final girl score, 10 points for Sally and Leatherface, 15 out of a possible 15. So let me crack 30, 80, 110, 120, 135 points for the OG TCM.
It's almost at par with the original Friday when we did it, Matt.
Yeah, that their
Pretty
original
close,
didn't get many points.
No.
But people, I mean, I'm coming around to Friday the 13th, the original. I'll give it that. I'm not the biggest fan, but the more I watch it, I kind of actually really enjoy it and kind of put it into the rotation when doing a marathon, when before I would just automatically skip it and go to part 2. I don't know if Texas Chainsaw Massacre is built. I mean, I guess you could fucking marathon them, but to me, I just don't see this as a franchise where I want to pop on one and then just fucking ride through the rest of them. But that's just me. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
I don't unless I review the second one, I'd probably never watch it. I haven't seen the third one in so long. Fourth one's just it's dumb for me too. I like going from this to the remake to the prequel of the remake. I like 3D. I remember liking it anyway. I know there's issues, but I remember liking it. I even could watch the Leatherface.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's very Rob Zombie like as far as how gross they want to make you feel. And I did not like the Netflix one. I thought it was garbage. They did Sally really dirty in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I watched it twice. It's fine, I guess. The kills are pretty cool. A lot of blood, obviously, on the bus. Other than that, I don't know. I don't really watch.
It is interesting because now I'm thinking about it, and I really, besides the part 1, I don't really go back and rewatch any of these that much at all. Even part 2, like, I mean, I've seen it a bunch of times, but it's not one I put in heavy rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Part 3, I haven't seen in forever. Part 4, nah, I barely ever watched that. I've probably only seen it like 3 times. The remake, I've used to watch a lot when it came out, and then like when it came out on DVD and all that stuff. Like I was watching that pretty regularly. I haven't watched that. I think I watched it last year for the first time in probably like 5 or 6 years. The beginning is actually pretty good too, so I do watch that one. If I usually will watch the other one, I'll kind of do like some kind of like double feature. 3D, I haven't seen in a while. I actually am probably going to watch it tonight now that we've been talking about it again. Leatherface, I only watched once. And
Me too.
2022, I only watched once because I didn't like it either. So I haven't gone back and watched that one again. But yeah, it's funny when you think about it. Like I watch a lot of Friday the 13th a lot. Like they're always on rotation every year.
Yeah.
But Texas Chainsaw, no, not so much, surprisingly, besides part 1.
No, that's why. I mean, whenever I asked, obviously after finishing up Friday the 13th, I asked the people, what do you want me to do? And of course they said Halloween. And I was like, I'm kind of Halloweened out right now. I don't really want to dive into watching those again. So I figured why not show some love to Texas Chainsaw. It's not a franchise that I really dive into too often. So it'll give me a good chance to revisit all these and maybe find some, yearly rotation watches, that I've been missing out on. The only one I really watch consistently would be 3D. I don't know what it is about it. I just love the hell out of it. And it's a quick watch. And I think Leatherface is really good in it. Yes, I know the dialogue is pretty rough. I get it.
I mean, you can just say you watch it because of Diodario or whatever.
Yes, I watch it because Alexandra Daddario. And the other girl's not bad either. Her friend. So, and you know what? Trey Songz has some songs. Maybe I like his music a little bit. It's none of your business if I do. So
I don't know if I know any of his songs, but
I do. But I'm not gonna talk about him right now.
You want to sing them for me?
No, I'm not gonna sing them for you. Maybe who's on 3D? That's Lee. I won't sing for him either. No. It's good though. Yeah, I do like it. But like I said, not a franchise I revisit often. So I figured this was a good opportunity to dive in maybe whoever shows up in the chat, obviously they drop knowledge that we don't know or I don't know. So it's always good to get different facts and about the films and stuff. So I'm glad that I did chose this franchise to start into. I thought the first episode with you guys was fantastic. I'm glad that I chose to start. Jason, you're just a classic guy. So usually when I start these things, the first one is more of your speed. So that's why I go to you. Obviously, OG Friday, this one. And Garrett, I personally asked you which one you liked, and you said you dug the hell out of the first one. So had to have, the Rad brother on here to hang out and watch this. I had a good time. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Chat was great tonight. Thanks for, participating in the poll. Thanks for, chatting amongst yourselves. Love it. And I'll be back. I think not next week. Maybe it is next week. Maybe it isn't. I think it is next week. Me and Justin, another third of the Rad Pack, will be on, and we'll be watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. So looking forward to that very, very much. You guys have been killing it on your channels. Congratulations, Jason. You just got over what, 750?
750. Yep. Yeah.
And
so I'll be doing a 750 Q&A this Thursday. And depending if how many people are there, I got some topics to talk about.
nice.
If the chat's not very active, so
Yeah, I know you're
Congrats.
like you said, you're more of your pre-recorded stuff is banging. So you always get the views on that stuff, which I never ever do. So
yeah, but I like to connect with people every now. Like I've been doing the watch parties on Sundays, which Matt will be coming on for My Bloody Valentine, and we got the Red Pack coming on for Back to the Future eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And so that might even be the season finale of the watch parties. But
that's the way to go.
But yeah, but I'm excited about that one though, the Back to the Future. I mean, I'm even been holding off watching it because I want to, and that is hard for me because that movie
so
is
good,
a banger, man. Like,
oh man, hell yeah, 100%.
Absolutely love Back to the Future. I'm a Back to the Future 2 guy myself, but I do like the first one.
I do like Part 2 as well. Quite a
The
bit.
third one, I'll watch it, but I'm not going to go out of my way.
You know what's great about the second one is that during the middle act, usually your darkest act, and the movie goes really dark for what it is for a comedy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It gets really dark. You know what I mean? It's really good, man.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I remember seeing it. It's funny. I still, you get memories, and it's like clear as day. I can remember being in Florida visiting my grandmother down there, and it was the weekend that it came out. And I bugged my mother, like, to take my brother and I with my grandmother. I'm like, we got to go see Back to the Future 2. We went to Pizza Hut, got those damn glasses, the solar shades that they did. we wore them to the theater. And I can remember when I went in there, it just, I don't know if it was 100%, but like, I remember like, it almost seemed like the theater was almost decorated for Back to the Future 2. Like it felt like an event walking into that theater and going to see Back to the Future 2. And it might have just been like a cardboard standee and a poster somewhere. But to me, it felt like I was walking into like, Back to the Future world. And then like, there was just all this stuff hyping up Part 2. And I remember going to see it the first night in Florida. And I was just like, I thought it was like the best thing ever at that age, Lucky. But seeing the Nike mags for the first time and being just like mind blown, the hoverboard, like figuring out where I can get one of these things, like it's just so great time.
Fucking hoverboard.
Great.
It don't work on water unless you got power.
Batter up.
I fucking love that scene so much. They put the boots on, like so good. Yeah, but I'll be back next week. And Garrett is having his 5,000 subscriber special coming up. Man, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Beast.
Yeah, so if you guys want to head over to my channel, Born2BeRad, this Saturday night, I'm going to be doing a special live super show celebrating 5,000 subs. And it's going to be a fun time. There's going to be some secret special guests. And it's a new concept that I've started, and it's called the Rad Rumble. So it's a whole new little live stream concept. So pop on over there, check it out. And there'll be some surprises. There'll be some giveaways and whatnot. So pop on over there this Saturday night. I'd love to see you guys pop in the chat and say what's up.
Links are down below to both Jason at Backtrack Cinema and Garrett at Born2BeRad. And I'll be back actually on Sunday with another Fotch Monster Cafe, bringing on Night from the Night Watch Zone. So
Oh yeah, one of my best buddies on YouTube, man.
he will
Love
be
that.
here on Sunday, chatting it up for a little bit with me. So appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your night, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
See you guys.